Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, July 20th, 2023. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SBCA of Anne Arundel County. I've about had it with Giant and their new security. I had 12 items in my bag. I self-scanned them as I went along. I went to the self-checkout, and then I got an audit, and they needed to scan 7 out of the 12 items in my bag to prove that I didn't scan them and that I did scan them all. I mean, at this point, what's the point? I do have an email into Giant, and I'm going to try to see if I can get a podcast together with the president and see what's going on. And a quick update on our newest free offering, the Daily News Recap email. It is free, and every night you will get the top local news stories sent right to your inbox at 7 p.m. We just went over 9,000 subscribers, so if you want in, I'll drop a link right here in the show notes. Just scroll down a little bit. But right now we do have a little bit of news, so we probably should get into it. So, shall we? To start off the morning, we have a few updates from the Annapolis and Anne Arundel County Police Departments. First up, Annapolis. Back on June 15th, they responded to a shots fired call in Robinwood. They found Nelson Poston shot but alive, and they arrested a woman and charged her with attempted murder at the time, which were upgraded to murder when Poston died a few days later. Now, the police say that the medical examiner's report indicates that she could not have been the shooter, and that it appears that the shooter was one of the people that was in the car that Poston arrived in. The suspect's charges now have been reduced to assault, reckless endangerment, and possession of a handgun. They don't have a suspect, and they are asking for help. The number is 410-260-3439. Up in the county on May 19th, Christopher Wright was beaten at his Brooklyn Park home. The assault was a result of an earlier altercation his stepchild had at school. The group of adult males came looking for his stepson, and when he would not allow them in or the child to come out, they assaulted him. He did die the following day. The medical examiner did rule that it was a homicide, and just yesterday they arrested a 26-year-old Brooklyn man in connection with the death. He has been charged with manslaughter, second-degree assault, affray, and disorderly conduct. Now, there is no mention if they are looking for the others that were involved or if any future arrests are expected. Boy, I tell you, I think business is booming a little bit. Over at the Annapolis Town Center, Region Ale, and that's A-L-E, is building out their place where Taste of New Orleans was supposed to go, which is over there by Cava. No word on an opening date, but this is a craft beer and what they call, quote, traditional American sandwich place. Sounds a bit like one of my faves in town, Full On. And as I was driving yesterday, I see that Bay Village of Annapolis, and that's that senior care place at Bay Ridge and Edgewood Roads, has started to clear land for their expansion. The last I heard, it was looking to be a multi-story assisted living facility, so not full care. I am going to check in with them and see if I can get an update. And now, if we can only get that Lidl next door. They've been tied up with the county forever, and the last I talked to them, they were still planning to go forward. It's not terribly often that a master bluesman comes to town. If you like B.B. King, Joe Bonamassa, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Buddy Guy, or Kenny Wayne Shepherd, here is a show that you don't want to miss at Ram's Head on Stage. This Friday and Saturday, Tab Benoit will be headlining. Not often you get to see a Grammy-nominated guitarist and a Louisiana Music Hall of Famer up close and this personal. Tickets right now are very limited, so go get them while you still can. ramsheadonstage.com. Don't forget the tickets for the 18th annual Boatyard Beach Bash at the Annapolis Maritime Museum and Park are dwindling. September 9th is the date, so go get those tickets now at amaritime.org. And remember, tonight at the museum it is Tides and Tunes. Technically it's a free concert, but drop a 10 spot in to help out the museum and enjoy the awesome sounds of Kevin Walker and the Jazz Chronicles tonight. All right, that's all I have news-wise. Podcast stuff. Up this weekend on the Local Business Spotlight, we speak with my friend Julie Lampkin from Stretch Your Spirit. Next weekend, it is another friend, John Corin from Bike AAA. And we did drop a bonus podcast yesterday with Adam Pohl from the Bowie Bay Sox. We checked in mid-season with the baseball team. And you want to put August 4th on your calendar for Annapolis and Navy Night. All the plebes get some freedom. And that is a wrap. As always, thank you for being you, and a thank you to the sponsors for today's Daily News Brief. Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Alpha Engineering, and the Hospice of the Chesapeake. So now you just need to hang tight because we have George from DCMDVA Weather with the only locally forecast weather report you will find. And of course, Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace is here with your Annapolis Makerspace Maker Minutes. All that coming right up, so hang tight.
Another exciting weekend of affordable family fun at Prince George's Stadium with the Bowie Bay Sox. Weekend starts on the 21st with our Bowie Pit Beef Night. Come on out and grab a bite. Back-to-back fireworks carry on to Saturday with the Island Luau, a free Bay Sox Hawaiian shirt to the first 750 fans. And it closes on Sunday with Heroes Day. Bay Sox jerseys auctioned off to support local charities. Get your tickets now by calling 301-805-6000 or anytime online at baysox.com. The Bowie Bay Sox. Let us be your 9-inning vacation.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, July 20th. Not a bad day yesterday after some nice AM rainfall, and we might see more rain later today into Friday morning before skies then clear for what should be a sunny and dry late July weekend. Look for mostly sunny skies today with highs in the mid-80s to lower 90s with a chance of PM showers and storms, especially in the late PM hours into Friday morning before skies clear Friday with highs around 90 degrees, with the expectation for this weekend being mostly sunny skies both Saturday and Sunday with highs each day in the 85 to 92 degree range across the entire mid-Atlantic region. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker Minutes, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. And knit some pieces off of Bestgate Road. On Saturday, check out Knitting Backwards with the Moco Moco Cowl. And on Monday, they're doing Christmas in July with a whimsical chunky yarn stocking. And registration is open for a couple other classes, including intermediate sweater knitting, additional sessions of Knitting Backwards and Christmas in July, as well as Unraveling Ravelry. For the Wildberry Farm and Markets out near Gambrels, their Wildberry Field Markets are back every other Saturday with local vendors, food trucks, and fun for the kids. At Blended Essentials in Severna Park, registration is open for their summer camps, running now through August. Camps include making candles, soaps, bath bombs, lotions, and more, and each camp has a different theme. Next week's theme is Travel Around the World. At Whole Foods in Annapolis, their Half Pint Kids Club is still on break, but next week is their Junior Chef's Summer Culinary Camp. At Art Farm in Annapolis, Sunday check out their Vibe, Flow, and Chill Yoga. At the Farragut Farmers Market at the Navy Stadium. And all next week, their Kids Summer Art Camps continue, with the Fearless Girls Photography Camp for ages 13 through 16, Color and Weaving Camp for ages 11 through 14, and their Nature Art Camp for ages 7 through 10. At the Anne Arundel County Public Library System this week, Saturday, Crofton has Ask a Master Gardener. Tuesday, Glen Burnie has Little Artists with Process Art, and Bush Annapolis has Come Play with 3D Pens. Then on Wednesday, the Glen Burnie Bernie Library has a Lego Club. Odenton has a family hangout with STEM free play. Bush Annapolis has a community story quilt, continuing this month's Library Make It Together theme. And Eastport Annapolis Neck has their cookbook club, with the theme being Too Hot to Cook. At the Pongos Learning Lab and Coder Kids Club in Crofton, their kids' summer camps continue. Next week has 2 camps, one in robotics and one in game design and coding with Minecraft. And the weeks that follow include camps for would-be Minecraft builders, more robotics, YouTube stars, and young scientists. At the Patuxent Lapidary Guild this week, Saturday there's Faceting 101 basic rounds again, as well as on Saturday there's basic wire wrapping. And at Annapolis Makerspace this week, on Tuesday, check out our monthly general meeting and open house for anyone who wants to check out the shop and meet some of our members. If you have any questions about the Annapolis Makerspace, the Maker Minutes, or any of these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can find links to all of these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website, also at makeannapolis.org. And whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
Advanced illness decisions aren't always easy. Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, wants you to know you do have a choice over who provides care, what type of care, and when and where your loved one receives that care. Learn more at hospicechesapeake.org.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at EyeOnAnnapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.